This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
How's the gout, Phil?
Oh my god, here's another one. How's the gout, Phil? Another idiot. This is great.
How's that gout?
How's that gout? Who was it? Hold on, now I have to freaking manually mute
How's
everyone.
that Seattle air, Phil?
Yes, I want to play a game, yes.
Alright,
Yes.
you will. Don't worry, you will. I just gotta find out who this idiot is now. Say it again. No, say it again. Say, how's that gout? Go ahead.
How's that Seattle air?
Come on, say it again. I mean, you're so dumb, I know you'll say it again. Say it. Say, how's that gout? Come on.
So with the gout, how's your daughter? What's the gout?
He's still saying it. How's the gout? How's the gout? How's the gout? Oh, parent, how's the gout? Give me a cracker. Wow. Hardy Buck Cheers says, how are you so perfect? I don't even know what you're talking about. I am far from perfect. I am very imperfect. I've said this many times over the years. I'm a flawed human. I have many shortcomings, but I think that some of the appeal, at least, of watching me on the internet is that you know that I have shortcomings. You know I'm going to make mistakes. I think a lot of people like to see how I come back from those mistakes and how I have persevered for 10 plus years. You know what I mean? Phil is like the amoeba or pig roach. You know, he's the rat. The creature that, even if there were a nuclear apocalypse, Phil would survive. No matter what, I find a way. I find a way to survive.
Hardy Buck cheered and says, just an observation, you said you don't like to bring up the past or John Rambo, but you feature him in your pre-stream songs every day, not being a jerk, just observing. Hardy Buck, what you may not realize is that even though maybe you don't want to bring up negative stuff about the past, so for example, no, I don't want to bring up drama about John Rambo and other people who I used to, be friends with and do content with, but that doesn't mean you don't acknowledge the past didn't exist. That would be like saying, well, I'm not friends with certain people anymore, so therefore I'm going to delete every video on the internet I ever made with them. I'm just going to say, let's not talk about any of this, right? That's ridiculous. As it is said,
you can only learn from the past if you acknowledge it, right? If I pretend like none of it ever existed, then there will be, what was the point, right? Very, very, very hypocritical. King of hypocrisy.
He was the guy that got caught masturbating in front of children.
It's the guy watching his Twitch.
Is that really him? Is he the one that got caught, Matt?
Yes!
Really? And I actually think in some cases, in our modern society, people are so afraid of referencing negative things or things that could be injure someone else or offend someone else that we ignore and whitewash the past in a lot of ways. Like, you can't just say that everything was great in the past. No, there's some terrible shit that's happened. And you gotta acknowledge that so you can learn from it and move on. And in general, if I'm going ahead and I play a song on pre-stream, that's a fun song that was based off of a fun cooperative playthrough that I did, years and years ago with John, who used to be my friend and co-op partner for what was it, 3 years straight there? Something like that. Then, so be it. What's wrong with that? That was a good time, right? I think we can all acknowledge that. And yeah, we're all adults, and we can realize that in the future, things don't always work out, but that doesn't mean that you erase the good times of the past either. That's ridiculous, right? So, I'm not, it would be one thing if every day I was bringing up negative stuff about, that stuff. I don't, this is a positive reference. Positive references are good, okay? So, that's the difference, and that's what you should understand the distinction between the two, okay? Okay, Hardy Buck Cheers says, I thought you said you never rage quit, just an observation. No, I never said that. I actually never said that at all.
Fuck you. You're a liar. Special shout out to YouTubers talking shit about me in vlog videos, apparently yesterday and today, calling me a rage quitter when I've never rage quit ever in my entirety of existence on YouTube. Never once rage quit, ever, but apparently people think I'm a rage quitter.
The people who say stuff like that, okay, I hate to say this, sadly, are not fans of mine. There are people who take what I say and twist it to something that I didn't. So, in particular, all right, when people say, well, Phil says he never rage quit, but here's all the evidence of him rage quitting. That's not true. What I said is I've never rage quit in a video game. Never have I played, or not a video game, excuse me. Boy, I already screwed that up. I never rage quit in a fighting game. That's what I meant to say. I can't do anything. Dude, it's massively delayed. Dude, I can't even block. This is the worst connection all day. I couldn't do anything at all. At fight, I tried to do the knee drop and nothing came out. I'm like, why is it not coming out? It's because my connection is complete garbage. This is the worst match all day. What the fuck? Of course, this guy has no lag. Yeah. Dude! Wow! I'm incredibly delayed. Everything is about half a second delayed. I'm not kidding.
I'm just gonna let her beat me. Forget it. I give up. I give up. Nothing that I do works. Rage quit the game. You have a great connection, and I have the worst connection possible. Congratulations, Auric PC. You are the Capcom Cup champion. This is what Capcom wants. You lose. Wow. I couldn't do anything. Everything I did was insanely delayed, so fuck this piece of shit game. What a great fight. I'm so glad that I waited all that time for matchmaking to finally work to give me a piece of shit game. Fuck this piece of garbage.
You know, when I'm doing a session of Street Fighter Online, when I'm doing a session of Tekken, when I'm doing a session of Injustice, or whatever game it may be, if I'm playing an online match, and I'm raging because I'm losing or there's lag or whatever, I would never pull the plug, okay? I would never pull the plug. In fact, once ever did that ever happen, and it happened on purpose on April Fool's Day during an April Fool's Day event. That was the joke, was that I never do it, and I did it on April Fool's Day as a joke, and people loved it. People got the joke and laughed and thought it was hilarious. They're like, wow, Phil finally rage quit in a fighting game, right? But outside of that, I have never rage quit a fighting game online, okay? Now, in regards to what people will twist up, they'll say, oh, well, Phil said he never rage quit, but here's when he played Persona 3 and he never finished it, and here's when he played Scarface and he never finished it, and here, yeah, but that's not what I said. I said I never rage quit a fighting game. I will openly admit I've rage quit games. I know I have. Not only have I rage quit them, I've bored quit them.
Pathetic excuse.
Where I'm playing a game, I'm so fucking bored, I hate it, I'm just not gonna play it again, right? There's been many instances of that as well. I will openly admit that. I mean, it's public knowledge. It would be pretty dumb of me to say something when I literally am the person who put out the evidence to the contrary. Why would I say, oh, I've never rage quit a game, when there's footage all over my own channel of, you know, a few times, I don't know, I'd probably say maybe 20, 30 times, maybe over the years, that I was in the middle of something, I got frustrated and I stopped playing or something like that. I'm trying to remember.
Typically after 4 months, I tend to forget everything. My head is like a sieve. I'll be honest, the older I get, the dumber I'm probably getting. See what I mean? The problem is that, again, people will spin stuff into negativity to make me look bad no matter what. So they'll even change the definition of what a rage quit is. That's like me, right? That's like me. Everyone knows what a rage quit is. When someone's playing a game, they get incredibly frustrated for whatever reason, they stop playing the game. I'm just gonna let her beat me. Forget it. I give up. I give up. Nothing that I do works. I got completely exposed.
Whether it's they pull the plug on an online match of a fighting game, they just say, fuck this, they turn the game off in the middle of playing a single-player game, that's a rage quit. But then they'll stretch the boundaries of what that means. So, for example, they'll say, oh, well, when you were playing Injustice 2, you didn't pull the plug, but you just said, screw this, and you put your controller down, you let the opponent beat you. That's a rage quit. No, it's not.
It's like the biggest hypocritical thing on the planet. I mean, it's out of control. I got completely exposed.
Just because you want to magically turn shit into something to fit your weird definition to make me look bad, that's not a rage quit. That's called a forfeit, stupid.
Oh, you're gonna get salt. It's even now, again, my mouth overpowered with salt flavor.
That's a forfeit. In a tournament, you could do it too. In a tournament match, it's perfectly legal if you don't want to continue playing to just say, I forfeit this match. I've done it before. And, you know, it happens in tournaments all the time. So that's absolutely silly that people would, oh, that's a rage quit. Nope, it's not. You're just stupid. My mouth is full of salt. And you're trying to make it look like something it's not to fit your own purposes. You know what I mean? But again, the people who would do that and say stuff like that, they're only just trying to make stuff fit their own dialogue, their own agenda. They're not interested in actually having legitimized criticism or concerns. They just want to say, oh, Phil said one thing and then he did the other. Well, bullshit. I have never legitimately rage quit a fighting game in my 10 years of being a content creator for the internet.
That's 100% a lie. And is 100% wrong. Was 100% solved.
Because I don't care. That's the thing. Like, the people who rage quit a game like that, I feel they're kind of really immature. Alright, like, who cares if you're playing a random-ass fighting game online, whether it's a ranked match or a stupid casual match or whatever. Who cares if you lose a match? And who cares if people are abusing lag or whatever? It's not a big deal. Now, yeah, I get angry at it and I'll rage at it. I'm not going to quit the game, you know? What's the point of that? Let's just pull the plug in and waste everyone's time, you know?
Basically, here's a whiny baby.
So, yes, I have rage quit games, but no. When I was doing online sessions of fighting games, I never rage quit an online session of a fighting game. People will lie and try to twist it to make it sound like I did. I did not. And that's the bottom line, or else people would be producing tons of evidence of this happening, and they never have, you know? But again, oh, well, Phil said he never rage quit. Here's what he rage quit all these games that aren't fighting games. Well, I never said I never rage quit. You know what I mean? So, there you go.
I can be good at games if I want to. If I actually want to take a minute to try to be serious with it, I can do it.
We know what's going to win. The troll answer wins. The troll answer always wins. Oh, yeah. Rock the Ice cheered. He says, since on one of the IRLs, can't express interest in doing some light streaming, any chance you let her use KO Gaming to upload it since you don't use it?
No.
But I know for a fact, and she knows for a fact, that sadly, what would happen is, there'd be insane amounts of toxicity, negativity, constantly being thrown her way. Every single thing she would say and do would be completely micro-analyzed by you-know-who, and it would be insane amounts of pressure and stress and just undue hatred tossed towards her.
What? What?
So as much as she would enjoy, for example, playing a few random matches of Overwatch every once in a while on a stream and then maybe uploading them to YouTube, is it worth the incredible amount of stress and attacks that she's going to receive to do it? And I think, in general, you know, her feeling, at least up to this point, is it's not. Not to say that that won't ever change, but, you know, just to give you guys some example, every single day I'm here on Twitch, people are false reporting me, saying that I'm doing things I'm not doing. Every single day that I'm on YouTube, they're doing the same thing. Every single day that I speak about anything, they false report me on Twitter. They false report me everywhere. They're trying to get me banned even though I don't do anything wrong, okay?
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. Fuck you. You're a liar.
They insult me. They twist things nasty, in a nasty way. You know, I'll do absolutely nothing wrong, and they'll then hold me accountable for things I did years ago that were wrong, right? Like, that's what I mean. That's me, and she knows that. So now imagine, you know, the significant other trying to do something like that. And she, you know, being that she's a woman, and now people will say all kinds of sexist, disgusting things. You know what I mean? Is it worth it? Probably not. So that's, at least at this point, that's the attitude, at least, that we're kind of taking. But like I said, I'm not the kind of person that I would, far be it from me to not be supportive if she ever wanted to do something like that. I would be very supportive. If anything, what I would say is the difficulty that we would have, the biggest difficulty, okay, that we would actually have here, would end up being that the biggest thing holding us back from having her do something like that is timing. And when I say that, I mean, for example, today, she's at work, I'm at work. When she gets home from work, I'm still streaming. Then we have dinner together, right? Which, obviously, she can't stream then, or she can't record then. Then, guess what? I'm streaming. And I'm streaming all night until like 9, 10 p.m. And then she goes to sleep because she has work in the morning. So, it really is a timing thing. And, you know, the free time that maybe she would have to do it is time that we like to spend together doing stuff. So, it would be a timing issue. When could she do it when it's not going to affect me because she would have to use the same internet line? I'll let you guys know if at all she ever chooses to do something like that. But at this point, the answer is no, we haven't really had any serious determination on it yet, okay? That douche kid cheered, and he says, can you go into more detail about the difference between a rage quit and a forfeit? I'm not sure I fully understand what you're saying. I already did. I'll very, very briefly say it again.
A rage quit is if you are playing a video game and you decide to stop playing that video game because of anger that was caused by something going on in that video game, and you do not continue to play it. I'm just gonna let her beat me. Forget it. I give up. I give up. Nothing that I do works.
If it's an online match, it probably means pulling the plug, right? You pull the plug on the online match and quit out of it before it's completed. If you are in an offline game, obviously you can't pull the plug, so it would just mean like shutting the game down, okay? If you play it to completion, like for example, if you play a game of online play to the match ends, that's not a rage quit. You didn't quit, you know? It's a forfeit. A forfeit means that during a match or anything, you just decide that you are no longer going to competitively continue. So, for example, if I'm playing a tournament match, And this has actually happened to me before, okay? This has happened to me before. During a tournament match of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, this was a time when I had hurt my neck, and I had no feeling in my thumb on my right hand, and I had shooting pain in my right shoulder and right arm. But I'd already bought tickets and everything to go to a tournament. So I went to a game tournament, final round, and I was playing my first round match of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I couldn't feel my thumb, so I was pressing buttons, and I couldn't tell if I was or not. So I wasn't completing combos. I was accidentally having moves come out I didn't want. And right in the middle of my first match, I forfeit. I put my joystick down. I raised my hand to the tournament director. I said, I forfeit. I can't play. You know, my hand is killing me. I just can't do it. And that's a forfeit in a tournament. So that's it wasn't, well, fuck this piece of shit game. And I slammed everything. I said, fuck this. And I ran away. You know, no, I said, I can't continue to compete. I forfeit. So it's kind of the same thing. Let's say you're playing an online match and your connection's terrible. You can't control the game legitimately because it's so bad. And your opponent is destroying you. You can't even react to it. You put your controller down and you say, I give up. I forfeit. That's different from a rage quit. A rage quit would be, fuck this guy. You're getting real angry. You pull the plug. That's a rage quit. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. But again, people will spin stuff to try to fit their own silly agendas. You know what I mean? Let's end the pre-stream. I actually got to use the restroom quickly before we start.
So I got a cheer from Hardy Buck, who says, how was the piss? Just an honest question. It wasn't a piss. There you go. Oh. But to answer your question, it was very refreshing. And then we get a hilarious troll in the stream chat. 1 hour, 30-minute pre-streams. No wonder he can't grow on Twitch. But I am growing on Twitch, actually. Actually, it's the complete opposite of what you're saying. I've been growing pretty consistently, especially when there's new game release content and the like. Things have been going really well here on Twitch. Burn in hell, Burnell. And now I'm going to burn in hell for the rest of eternity because of it. You can't change who you are, I guess. Hell is a place where it's very hot. There's, you know, it's torturous conditions. Fire, hail, brimstone. You know, your body is being ripped apart by demons who are shoving red hot pokers up your rectum. Not a nice place. Okay? What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.